Hello everybody, thank you very much for watching this video. This is a tutorial and playthrough of Hansa Teutonica, the big box version. Hansa Teutonica is a game that originally came out in 2009 and Pegasus Spiel are launching, they're publishing a new big box version of the game this year. Now this is the same as the original game, there aren't any changes, but the big box edition is going to bring in all of the different expansion sets that have been released for the game, including a Britain map. Excellent. So yeah, this is going to be a tutorial and playthrough. I've got two friends joining me today, so let's say hello to Tarrant and Stella. Good morning.
Good morning, good evening
well,
here.
Yes,
How are you?
I say good morning because it's 9 o'clock in the morning here,
yes.
But what time is it over there?
6:30 in the evening.
6:30 on a Friday evening.
Friday evening,
yes.
Yeah, we live in the future.
Yeah. So we're actually recording this prior to UK Games Expo. Pegasus Spiel have asked me to create this video, which they will release at UK Games Expo, but we're recording it a week in advance. And yeah, Stella and Tarrant are all the way over in Australia, but thanks to the power of the internet, we're able to play this game remotely. So yeah, tell us quickly how this video came about. Why are you on this video with me?
Karen doesn't even know that. Well, we know each other. We met video together before, but I was tweeting a few games that, including this one, that have been sitting on our shelf for a while.
Yeah, on the shelf of opportunity.
The shelf of opportunity.
Not Wall of Shames.
Yeah.
Shelf of I like that. Like better than Wall of Shames. Shelf of opportunity. And you happen to wanting to film, teach and play through. So
exactly.
You reach out to us.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's it. Pegasus Spiel asked me to create this video and I thought, right, I've got to find some players. How am I going to find some players? And then, yeah, you tweeted and was like, oh, we've got a copy of Hansa Teutonica and we don't know how to play. I'm like, perfect. So, yeah, neither of you two, you've got the game, but you've never played the game and you don't actually know how to play.
No.
Never played it. I've read the rules once.
Right.
At least a year ago.
Right.
So I know there's a map and there's houses and traders.
There you go. That's all you need to know.
It's all gone.
That's all you need to know. Right. So we're going to jump in now, and we are going to start with the game. Now, just mention before we start, this is a pre-production copy. Okay, it's not completely the final version of the game. They did tell me that the discs might end up being a bit bigger, but other than that, what you see here is pretty much what the game is going to be. Just bear in mind, this is a pre-production copy. Okay. So thematically, because the theme is important in these games. This game is all about the German Hanseatic League, which in Latin is Hansa Teutonica, and it's a medieval association of merchants in northern Germany. The cities that joined the Hanseatic League of Merchants and Cities were known as Hanseatic cities, and this was a really important point in history for trading and everything else. What each of us is trying to do is we're trying to increase our reputation as merchants. Now that is represented in the game, as in most good games, by victory points. We have a victory point track around the outside of the board. We are going to be scoring points during the game, but you are also going to score a lot of points at the end of the game as well. So just be aware that the score during the game isn't the full picture, and there's a lot of scoring that's going to be coming at the end. Overall, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking it in turns, and we are going to be placing our cubes and our discs, which are, so the cubes are traders, and the discs are merchants. Okay, we're going to be placing those onto these spaces on the road between two of the cities. Once a player has markers, so they're called tradesmen. Collectively, they're called tradesmen. So once you have tradesmen on every space between two cities, you may, as a future action, then basically set up a trade route. And that will allow you to then place cubes or discs into the cities, and it will also allow you to get additional bonuses. The winner of the game is the one with the most points at the end of the game, but the game can actually end in one of three different ways, and I'm going to mention that now. So the first way the game can end is when somebody gets to 20 victory points. Remember, this isn't the final score, there's going to be a lot added at the end, but when anybody actually reaches 20, that's going to mark the end of the game. There are also these bonus markers that I'm going to be explaining soon. When you take a bonus marker from the board, at the end of your turn, when you take a bonus marker from the board, you will then take a bonus marker from this stack, and then you will place that onto the board at the end of your turn. However, when you take a bonus marker from the board, if the stack is empty, and you would take a bonus marker, but you can't, that's when the game ends. And also, some of these cities are small. Some of these cities only have space for one trading post in them. Some of them are huge. When a city is filled, we need to move this cube down. Now, I'll warn you now, we're going to forget to move this cube down. It's what everybody always does, but this tracks, in fact, I think it's supposed to start on, 0. This tracks the number of cities that are full. And when the 10th city is full, that marks the end of the game as well. Okay, so that's how the game ends. Let's first decide who's going to go first, because that's going to adjust our setup. So I'm going to roll the gaming rules dice. 1 to 2, it's Tarrant. 3 to 4, it's Stella. 5 to 6, it's me. It's a 6, so it's me, so I start. So what happens is the player boards are all set up. Each of us has got the player boards. I'll zoom in on those in a minute, but the start player setup is correct. So I have my personal supply, which is 5 traders and 1 merchant. And in the general supply, which is not mine, I have 6 traders. Okay, Tarrant, you're going second. So what that means is we move one of the cubes from here to here. So you've actually got 6 traders and a merchant. And Stella, you actually go third, which means you start with 2 extra traders. Okay, that's the setup of the game done. I'm now going to explain what you do on a turn. So on your turn, you take a number of actions, and the number of actions you take is indicated. Let me just zoom in. There you go. Number of actions is indicated by this here. You see it says actions 2. So at the start of the game, on your turn, you will get to take 2 actions. That can be increased as the game goes on by removing these cubes. But at the start of the game, you get to do 2 actions. The 5 actions that you can do are actually printed on the bottom of your player board here. So these player boards are really useful because not only do they keep the cubes, but they've actually got the 5 possible actions printed on the bottom. And I'm going to go through them from left to right. So the first action is take cubes and discs from the general supply and put them into your personal supply. And you either take 3, 5, 7, or all of them. C, for some reason, I'm not sure why, might be Latin, means all of them, from the general supply into your personal supply. Now, your personal supply is here. Okay, the general supply is over here. And how many of them you get to take is based on your bag value here. So at the start of the game, it's 3. So if you were to do that action right now, you would take 3 cubes from the general supply and you would put them in your personal supply, okay? As the game goes on and you remove these cubes, this action will allow you to gain more things. So that's what that action does. This next action, this is one of the very important ones. I mean, they're all important, but this is a very important one. This is place a trader or a merchant on the board. So if we just zoom over a little bit to the right, you will see, if you look closely, these spaces actually have a square within a circle. What that means is that either a cube or a disc can be placed on these spaces. And what you do with that action, you simply take one of your cubes and you decide that you want to put it on a space. You are putting cubes and discs on spaces between the roads. The exact location actually doesn't make any difference whatsoever. Okay, so that space, that space, that space are all exactly the same for game purposes. It doesn't matter where you go. That action is to put one thing, oh hang on, there you go. Put one of your things onto a space on the board. The space has to be empty. Okay. The next action I'm going to explain, I'm actually going to skip this one. And I'm going to explain this one next. Okay. This one allows you to move your traders and merchants around on the board. And you move between 2 and 5 of them depending upon your book value. So at the start of the game, your book value is 2, but again, that can increase during the game, and that tells you how many you get to move around. Now, you don't get to add any more, so you might think, well, hang on a minute, surely this is quite inefficient. Surely it's better to always place them on the board. Not always. You will suddenly find as you start playing the game that the ability to move around, potentially up to 5 with one action, can be really useful. And when I say move around, what you do, if I just zoom out, let's say you had this one here, this one here, this one here, right, and this one here, just as an example, and your book value had been increased to 4, you can spend one action and say, I'm going to move these 4 pieces, and I'm actually going to put them there. Okay, so with one action, you have suddenly filled a route by moving things around. So that's the movement action. Let's just make sure I put these back in the right place.
So where did you move it, sorry? So you move it from...
From anywhere to anywhere.
Yep.
Okay.
To anywhere.
Now there,
okay.
what I did there is that example.
Anywhere empty.
Yeah, I moved 4 things around and I moved them all to here. But I didn't need to do that. I could have put one up there, one over here, one down here. Yeah, you move, and it's not 4. It was 4 in that example because of this, but it's actually
Of course,
at the start of the game it's 2.
4.
Yeah.
4 different things, not
Yeah.
4 distance.
Right. Now I'm going to explain the last action on the player board, which is this one, and this is what happens when you have a complete route filled. And I'm going to put these 3 on there just as an explanation. Right. So when a route is filled, it does not automatically convert into a trade route. You have to spend an action to do so, which is this action here. Okay? You can only do this action when you have a completed trade route, and then a whole host of things happens. First of all, in this particular situation, what you're doing is you're actually establishing a trading post in either of the 2 cities on either end. Okay? Some of the other spaces, which I'll explain in a minute, give you other options, but right here, this is your only option. Now, if you look closely at these cities, you know I mentioned that the spaces on the roads have a square within a circle, which means they can contain either type of marker. The cities have specific shapes and colours. So if you look at Arnhem, the leftmost space is a square, whereas if you look at Munster, the leftmost space is a circle. And you can only build a trading post on the leftmost space. So right now, you could not establish a trading post in Munster because it would require a disc. Now, if you'd have placed a disc on there, for example, now you have an option. You could either establish a trading post in Arnhem or a trading post in Munster. And what you do is you remove these from the board and you put one of them on the leftmost space. So you would do that if you wanted to establish that there. You would do that if you wanted to establish that there. These cubes, by the way, these go back to the general supply, not your personal supply. Okay? And that is how you establish a trading post. It must be on the leftmost space, and it must be a matching type of marker. And the colour, at the start of the game, you only have the ability to establish into the white spaces. But if we look back at your player board, you will notice this privilege area. That's why you can only build on the white spaces. As the game goes on, and you remove these cubes, this will allow you to build in the other coloured spaces. Right, and you can only go on the leftmost space. So, yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, you can only go on the leftmost space. Now, what does being in a city get you? Well, at the end of the game, every city that you control is worth 2 points. And you control a city, first of all, if you're in there, nobody else is in there. But if somebody else was in there, in this case, it would be me who controls the city because I'm furthest to the right. So, first of all, you look if somebody's in there on their own, they control the city. If 2 people are in there, like this, for example. In fact, let's go with the example of 3 people in there. So at this point, Taran would control this city because he's on the rightmost space. But then if Stella comes in and grabs the last space, no, in fact, let's do that. Okay. Stella controls this city because she's got the most markers in there. So the first tiebreak is the most things in there, and then if it's tied, it goes to the player to the right. Okay? And control of a city will get you 2 points at the end of the game. But control of a city also gets you something else. Let me just recreate this example here. So every time somebody establishes a trading route, so let's say I currently controlled Arnhem, and let's say Stella wants to control Munster. As this trading route is complete, what happens is the players who control the cities on either side of it will get 1 point. So at this point in the game, I would gain 1 victory point, and then Stella could either then put that in there or put that in there. Okay? So that's any time a trading route is established, the player on both sides, which could be the same player, will get 1 point. And that's another reason for controlling the cities. Any question about controlling of cities?
And that's an in-game point, so that contributes to the 20.
Exactly, that is during the game. The 2 points for the city is at the end of the game, because control could change as the game goes on. Right, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think that's right. Yeah, okay. Right, now, there are some exceptions, and that's these yellow spaces here. And I will tell you now, not that I want to give you too many tactical advices, but these yellow spaces are very, very important. I'm going to zoom out for a minute because I want to show you the 6 of them that are in the game. There's one there, one there, one there, one there, and one there, one there. 5 of them relate to your player board. This one relates to end of game scoring. Okay, now let me zoom in again and look at this one up here. So the route between Groningen and Emden, and let's say, Tarrant, you've got 3 cubes on here. All right, and you now decide to spend 1 action to establish a trade route. You actually now, you have the same choices as before. You could establish a trading post in Groningen, and just notice there that there is a number 1 on that space. That means if you do that, you will get an instant 1 point. You can't establish a trading post in Emden because you didn't use a disc, but you now have a 3rd option. And anytime you see a yellow banner with a yellow bit next to it, a yellow scroll, you have a 3rd option. And that 3rd option is, instead of establish a trading post, you can say, I don't want to establish a trading post, and instead, I'm going to improve that ability on my player board. And that ability there is the book. So what you would do, if you chose to do that, would be you would take a marker from the book and you would gain it into your personal supply. Which is awesome because you've made this better, but you've also gained an extra disc. Okay? So Groningen to Emden is all about increasing your book value, and the book value, remember, means that whenever you move your things around, you get to move more. If we zoom out and have a look at this space here, so establishing a trading post between Stade and Hamburg, that will allow you to increase your privilege, which is here, and the privilege will allow you to then place on the coloured spaces in the cities. Lubeck increases your bag value, which means every time you take the leftmost action, which is gaining new things, you get more of them. Holly is down here. I'll come back to that at the end. The really, really useful one, and you will find experienced people, not that I want to lead you into a particular strategy, but experienced people will generally go for this first. The route between Göttingen and Quedlinburg allows you, it's the envelope, which allows you to remove cubes from your action space. That simply gives you more actions on each of your turns, and it applies immediately. So if you were to unlock the first one, not only are you now getting 3 actions per turn, but that takes effect on the turn when you actually unlock it. And finally, Colin, let's just zoom in on this space down here. This is the slightly different one. If you establish a trading post, if you do a trade route between Cologne and Warburg, then instead of establishing a trading post, if you use the disc, and only if you use the disc, can you put the disc on these spaces here. And this will get you points at the end of the game. The thing with this space is you must have the appropriate privilege to place a disc on a space, so white, then orange, then pink, then black, but you don't need to do them in order. So if I've already developed my privilege level to pink and nobody else was in here, I could actually claim that space there. And this is end game points as well, not in-game points. Right, okay, let's zoom out. So that's the different yellow areas. And as I say, increasing your abilities of your player board is a really important part of the game. If you don't do it, then you will find that you won't do very well. And what will actually happen is that you will actually run out of cubes and discs, because every time you establish a trading post, that is a cube gone onto the board. And you will suddenly find that your flow of new stuff coming in is actually less. So you definitely do need to upgrade your abilities at some point. Right. Now I've skipped over the most important part of the game and what makes this game great. And that is the middle action on your player board, which is to kick other people out. Okay, so we've explained how the game works if you were just playing it on your own, but this action here is what makes the game really interactive. So with this action, you can kick out somebody else from one of the routes, and here's how it works. Let's say, Stella, you've got 2 cubes on there, and let's say you've done with your turn. On my turn, I know that you want to do this because you've clearly started this route and you're clearly wanting to finish that route. So on my go, what I might do is I'm just going to go there. Thank you very much, right? Because one of the things with this game is you want to block other people's routes, because when they kick you out, you get a bonus. And that's the weird thing that took me a few games of this to get used to, is it's a good thing to be kicked out. So here's what happens. Stella, you've decided to put those two cubes there. I've decided on my turn to put that cube there. So on your next turn, you decide to kick me out. Now, here's how the kicking out works. To kick out a cube, you must spend 1 tradesman. So let's say you decide to spend a cube. That goes into the general supply. So it costs you 1, and then you kick me out. Okay? But, and here's the bonus. I take this cube and an extra cube from the general supply. So I've gained a free cube, and I now immediately place them on a route adjacent to this one. So I could say, okay, well, I'm going to put these two, I'm going to put one there, and maybe one here. Okay, or I could put 2 of them there, or I could put 2 of them here. Anything which is adjacent to where I got kicked off from is where I can place them. So what's actually happened is on my turn, I put 1 cube down, but by the time it gets round to me again, look, I've effectively gained a cube. And that's the trick in this game, is you want to directly block people because then it costs them to kick you out, but also you get a benefit when you are kicked out. And that's how that works. Now, if I'd have been even more evil and actually gone on there with a disc to kick a disc out, which is a merchant, it would cost you 2. So you would have to spend 1 to kick me out and then another 2 into the general supply in order to kick me out there. And then what I would do is I would get this and 2 things, and I would get to put 3 things on the board. Okay, so the discs are really powerful. Yeah, they're very expensive to kick out. Any questions about kicking out?
Did you actually remove the disc and then put it back in your supply? Your supply or general supply?
The one that you spend for kicking me out, or the one that you kicked out?
The one that I kicked out.
The one that you kicked out. So what happens is if I had that there, you would kick it out. I would take this and then 2 others from the general supply, and then I would put these on the board.
Yeah.
Okay. If the general supply is empty and I don't have any, I can take them from the personal supply. And if I don't have any in my personal supply, I think I can take them from somewhere else on the board. I will double check that, but I think that's right. Because I read that this morning.
It just cost me 3 cubes.
But it costs you a lot of cubes to kick me out. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4,
and
5,
what
6.
And what you're taking from your general supply, can that be cubes or discs?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh
yeah,
that's
that's
as well.
That's even more powerful. If I had a disc here, and I was kicked out, I could actually, I could take a disc. So
2 discs is even.
if there were 2 discs there, 2 discs. Yeah.
And you need to put it straight away as well.
You need to place it immediately. Yeah. And
Immediately and adjacent.
And in the rare situation, and I say rare, it happened 3 times yesterday, that all of the adjacent routes are full, then what you do is you go to the next adjacent route. So you go 2 away.
And it's right. And it's to be on the same route, not separate route.
They can be split between.
Wherever you want.
As long as they're all adjacent.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, right. Final thing I think to explain is the bonus markers. So at the start of the game, we have these gold bonus markers. These are shuffled. And for those people who know the original game, if you are watching this video, there is a slight change to one of these. So these get shuffled, and at the start of the game, they get placed on the taverns. So we're going to put 1 there. We're going to put 1 there. And we're going to put 1 here. Okay, now I will zoom in so that you can see, because Tarrant and Stella are creating the board at their end with their copy. So we have that one on the route between Osnabrück and Bremen. There we go. We have that one on the route between Hildesheim and Goslar. And we have that one on the route between Lüneburg and Perleberg. So these bonus markers, whenever you have a route which you then claim, and there is a bonus marker on that route, you simply get the bonus marker. It is literally a bonus. You don't have to do anything else for it. You still get to do the other thing, but if there was a bonus marker there, you get that bonus marker. Now, the bonus markers, they're useful for 2 things. First of all, there is a special ability printed on them. You may use that bonus marker not on the same action as when you took it, but on any future action, even in the same turn. And when you use it, you flip it face down. So there is a special one-time use only, and then you flip it face down. At the end of the game, you will gain extra points based on how many of these bonus markers you've got, whether they are face up or face down. So there is no advantage to keeping them face up. All of the bonus markers do different things. This one that I've just taken here, this one is useful when you are placing a trading post in a city. As long as there is already a trading post in that city, if you decide to establish a trading post there, you may put it to the left of the existing one. Okay? So you've basically built an extension. And yeah, now obviously because the tie break is done in order from right to left, that wouldn't win you control of this city. But if you already had one there, you've now got 2 cubes in there, whereas I've only got 1. So that's what that one does. That goes there. This one, so you can use this one on your turn to swap around. Let me just zoom in a bit. There we go. You can use this one to swap around 2 things within a city. So let's say I was in there. No, that's not a good example. Yeah, let's go back to here, and let's say that was the situation. Okay, I could use this disc. I could use this bonus marker to swap these 2 over, which means suddenly I've now got control of this city. Now, when you use this marker, you can ignore the colours and the shapes. So in other words, a disc can go onto a square and a square could go onto a disc, but only when using this marker. Where was that? That was there. And the final one to explain is this one, and this is the one that's changed in this version of the game, because this was crazy powerful in the original game. And when you use this bonus marker, you may remove 3 pieces owned by other players and then put them back on the board somewhere else. In the original rules, it used to just be remove 3 pieces from other players. Gone. Whereas now, you pick them up and you move them. And it doesn't have to be from one player. So it's 3 pieces in total, which you can take from other players, pick them up from wherever, and put them down wherever you want. So that's what that one does.
From road?
Yeah, from roads.
From roads.
Sorry, only from roads. Yes, you can't move trading posts around. Yeah. Now, I did mention earlier on, as soon as you take a bonus marker, you then immediately take one of these face down. Now, I have shuffled these, but I'm going to shuffle them again on camera. There we go. You immediately take one of these, but you don't look at it. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to put it on the silver plate there, and that is a reminder that at the end of your turn, you must then put that bonus marker somewhere on the board. And where it goes, it must go on an empty route. So you only put it on at the end of your turn, and it has to go onto a route that currently doesn't have any markers on it. And remember, when you need to take a bonus marker and they've all gone, that triggers the end of the game. Right. Is there anything I forgot? Yes, there is. I said I was going to explain this ability, because this is the ability that is the key track, and what that does is it removes cubes from this bit here. Okay. Now this has absolutely no impact on you during the game, apart from to give you extra cubes. But what it does give you is end game points. So at the end of the game, each player will count their biggest network of cities. And the network is any city in which you have a trading post. Whether you are in control of that city or not, if you have a thing in a city, so let's say I've got that, my network is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because they're all connected. If this one was over here, my network would only be 4. It would be 1, 2, 3, 4. This one would not be connected to the network, and this one would not be connected to the network. So you count up the size of your network, and then you multiply it by your key value. Okay? And you increase your key value down there. Okay? So what you're doing is you're increasing your end game multiplier by using that city there. So that's how that works. And there is one other thing. And again, you spotted this yesterday because you've got the original version of the game, and you said, Paul, your board is different. There's now a big red banner here with 742. So you'll notice these two cities here have got a red banner. Immediately, when you manage to establish a route of trading posts between Arnhem and Stendal, the first player to do that will gain 7 points, and that is immediate points. So basically, yeah, a complete route, and the shortest one is that. Arnhem, Munster, Minden, Brunswick and Stendal. But you could go a weird way round. As long as you have a connected route between those two cities, you will score those points immediately. And I think that might be everything.
Cool. Let's do this.
Have you got any questions before we make a start?
And so all the end game points are your key track, 2 points per city you control, points from Curlin, and
Points for the bonus markers. I did briefly mention, but it's explained on it's in my rule book on page 7. But if you have 1 bonus marker, it's 1 point. 2 or 3 bonus markers, it's 3 points. 4 or 5 bonus markers, it's 6. 6 or 7 is 10. 8 or 9 is 15. And if you have 10 or more bonus markers, it's 21 points at the end of the game. So yeah.
Where's this bonus marker again, sir?
here it is.
Okay.
So yeah, points from the track. Oh, yes, another thing. All of your abilities on your player board. If you fully develop an ability on your player board, it's worth 4 points. That is actually printed on your player board with the little number 4. So that means if you've fully developed it, each one that you've fully developed is worth 4 points. So yeah, 4 points for that.
Except the keys?
Except the keys, because the keys are a multiplier. Yeah. Points for cities, points for down here, and then points for your network. Yeah. Now, I will give you a quick idea. The winning score yesterday, I think, was about 55.
Wow.
Okay. The other two were down here in the 30s, but Tom played really well yesterday and scored 55. So that's just to give you an idea of the scores. Right, well, if we're ready to start, I will go first. I get 2 actions, and I am going to use those 2 actions to go there, and that is my go done.
Okay, so with 3 action... No, I have 2 actions.
You still only have 2 actions as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Have to put
Right, so I feel like...
all things there. I forgot.
Ah, yes. I don't know, because you told me the good thing to do, you've already done it.
Yeah, but look, there's 1 space left.
Yeah. Oh, you can be,
You'd like that,
a
wouldn't you?
beep. Just put it there so you get kicked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
Now, Tarrant, you've moved over on the camera. Do you want me to move you?
Sorry.
Oh, there you go.
We can move the
I
screen.
was zooming in closely on the screen.
There you go.
All right, yes. I'll put 1 on the last space between Göttingen and Quedlinburg.
Yeah.
And I will put 1 on... what's the guy in Stad again? Is he...
Up here, this is your privilege. This allows you to place cubes onto different coloured spaces.
I want the bag one. I'll put 1 between Lübeck and Hamburg.
Between Lübeck and Hamburg. Okay, right, Stella, you're up.
Taryn, just putting it, you should put it as you go, so
Yeah.
that I know where you are
Yeah.
and that. All right, so I've got 2 actions as well, obviously.
You do, yeah.
And I had an idea here. Where is this one? Sorry, quick question to Taryn.
That's up in Groningen.
Okay, so that's been taken. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put 1 between top left.
Yeah. Groningen.
Groningen and is it
Emden.
And Emden.
A cube or a disc?
A cube, please.
Yeah.
Oh, that one is actually a disc, isn't it?
If you wanted to establish a trading post in Emden, that would be a disc.
Yep. Yeah, but if I want to unlock the ability...
If you want to unlock the ability,
Doesn't
it can be anything. Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, a cube there, and I will put 1 more cube next to it.
Okay.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, good move. Right, so on my go, I am going to kick you out, as expected. So that costs me a cube to kick you out. That one gets kicked out, and you get an extra 1 from the supply, which you immediately must now place. And you only have 2 choices. You either go between Quedlinburg and Goslar, or between Quedlinburg and Halle.
Okay, I will go Quedlinburg and Goslar.
Okay, both of them?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So that was my first action. My second action is I am going to remove these, and instead of establishing a trading post, no, I think I am going to establish a trading post. Oh, this is tricky. No, I am going to take the extra action. So I'm going to remove these 3. These go back to the general supply, and I am going to unlock this cube here, which means I now get a third action this turn. So I'm going to use that third action, and we're going to go on there again. No, in fact, no, we're going to go here.
Oh, you want to be kicked out,
There you
Paul?
go. Well, yeah. Yeah, you want to get kicked out in this game. Right, Tarrant, it's your go.
Okay, I will. With my 2
Your face looks pixelated.
Who's mine or?
Tara.
Oh, okay.
Was it? Oops. Yes, that is creepy. I look like a Doctor Who special effect.
Well,
All right. Oh, sorry, we forgot to take these cubes off.
is this alright, Paul? Is that the
It's looking fine from my end.
Right, I'm gonna
that's good.
put a cube on.
Would you like some special effects as well? Again, like before. Maybe I shouldn't.
I will put a cube on getting into Quedlinburg, and I will put a cube on Lübeck to Hamburg.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. That's my go.
It is your go,
I will
yeah.
Put yep. I'll put 1. So Terran, if Terran's cube at the moment at the top, so he can get that bonus on the top right, which was, what was that again?
It's the bag.
Which is getting things more quickly
Ah,
from
yeah.
your
right.
general supply.
I'll put 1 cube between next to Terran, between Hamburg and Lübeck.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. So Paul's cube is in there, and I will put 1 more at. What am I gonna do? So this is like we keep doing the action on the second action, isn't it, on the player board?
Yeah.
I can move things around, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to put. It's like Paul has got that much, and if I don't kick him out, I don't get to use the extra action. Okay, fine, I'll kick Paul out. So I use 2
So you
cubes.
spend
So
1.
discard, spend 1.
Yeah.
And then kick Paul out.
And I
when
get
one of
another
them
cube.
goes.
I have no choice because it has to go here.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's true.
Right, my go. So 2 actions. Okay, so my first action is I'm going to put a cube here. Sorry, 3 actions. I put a cube there. My second action is to take new things, and I get 3 of them. And then my third action is to put another cube there. Okay, I'm done.
Terran.
Okay. My first action, I'll seal the route up in Lübeck then. So my first action, I spend a cube and kick Stella
Spin
out.
the cube, stick
Okay,
Stella
I'll
out.
take 2.
So Stella gets this cube
So-
and another one, and they can either go between Hamburg and Stade, Hamburg and Bremen, or Hamburg and Lüneburg. And they can go
Okay,
on separate
so-
routes.
And that top banner was
Privilege,
the
which is the
privilege.
colour of the.
All right, so I'll do Hamburg and State.
Yep.
State. 2 of them. Both
Okay,
of them,
yeah.
please. Thank you.
So that was your first action, Tarrant?
And then my second one will be to unlock the bag.
Okay, so you
So
remove
take
those
all of the
3,
cubes.
and instead of establishing a trading post, you remove a cube from the back. There you go.
Yes.
Okay,
Alright.
right.
My go?
Yeah, your go.
I would like to unlock the top left banner,
Yeah.
so remove all my 3
So you
cubes.
remove
to
those
get,
3. You take a disc from the book. You got 2 discs now.
Yep. And the second one is to place a cube between State and Hamburg.
There you go. Nice. Okay, back to me. I have 3 actions. I am going to go 1, put a cube between Groningen and Emden. 2, I'm going to put a cube between Lübeck and Hamburg. And Oh.
Is it again?
Actually, I'm going to make that a disc. So between Hamburg and Lübeck is going to be a disc. And the cube is actually going to go between Lüneburg and Perleberg. We are probably butchering these pronunciations, so apologies in advance.
Yeah, probably. Sorry.
I'm doing my best. All right. 2 actions.
Yeah.
Me. I will. Let's see. I shall place a disc up in between Groningen and Emden.
Yeah.
And I'm going to gain 5 cubes from my...
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
All right. I will unlock the privilege
Yeah.
ability, so take all my cube, put it away.
And you get this cube, so you can now build on orange spaces.
I do indeed. And I will put 1 cube. Oh, the place that I want is pretty much occupied here. I'll put 1 in the between Lübeck and Hamburg.
Cube or disc?
A cube, please.
Okay. There you go.
We missed
Oh,
one.
hang on. Oh, I missed that. Sorry.
We missed one of
We missed one of yours. Sorry. Let me just have a look.
Okay.
We forgot to put your thing. Anything else that we forgot to put, Paul's? I think that's it.
We missed the one in Lüneburg.
All right, great. That's really hard to kick Paul's stuff.
That's why I put the disc there.
I know. I understand now the consequences of me not going there first. If I put my disc there, that means I would probably lock my disc out.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about, but...
Or I'll put my disc there.
Ooh.
1 disc there. with this.
Right,
That's it.
okay. So, my go. The first thing I'm going to do, I've got 3 actions. The first thing I'm going to do is take 3 cubes. The second action I'm going to do is to kick out Tarrant here. So that costs me a cube. Tarrant, you get that one and that one. Where would you like to go?
I shall go between Quedlinburg and Goslar.
Yeah. Okay, and my third action is I'm actually going to do this, but this time I'm going to establish a trading post. So rather than increasing my ability, I'm going to establish a trading post in Göttingen. There we go. That is my 3 actions done.
Tarrant.
Okay. So I will establish a trading post in Goslar.
Yeah, okay. So that goes there. Now that is 1 completed city. Ding.
Yes.
Ooh.
Which I shall control forever.
Yes. Well, yes, no, you will.
Unless you
Nah.
get 2 things that go to the left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then second action, I'll go back on Göttingen to Quedlinburg.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you really want to go there like that, don't you? All right. I will add my disc in between Göttingen and Quedlinburg.
The power of having 2 discs.
Yeah. And the next one is I will put 1. You know what? I'll probably put 1 disc at the top between Hamburg and Lübeck.
You've only got cubes left.
1 cube,
Yeah.
sorry, cube.
That's fine.
Not disc, yeah.
Okay. Okay, back to me. I've got 3 actions. The first action I'm going to do is I'm going to take 3 cubes. It's my first action. My second action is to put a cube between Groningen and Emden. And my third action is to put a cube between Göttingen and Quedlinburg.
Whoa!
Yeah.
What's going on here?
So we're playing this game with 3 players. Can you imagine what it's like with 5?
Wow.
Yeah, it does use the
There's
other side of the
more-
board.
more
This is the
routes.
3-player side of the board.
Right.
The other side of the board is for 4 and 5 players. But yeah, it's a lot tighter.
Got it.
Okay. I have 2 actions. I'm
Yep.
going to fill the 2 spots between Perleberg and Lüneburg.
Perleberg and Lüneburg. Yeah. Okay.
So my action, I'm gonna take 3 cubes
So you get 3 cubes.
from from supply.
Yep.
And the second action, I'm gonna get another 3 cubes from the supply.
Okay.
Yep.
Right. Okay. So I have 3 actions. Wow. There's a lot of kicking out needed here.
I know. It's just like once you started and everyone, oh yeah, that's the power of kicking out.
Yeah.
Who started that? I wonder.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, I'm going to delay. So I'm going to first take 3 cubes. No, hang on. Because if you get kicked out, you actually want to have cubes in your general supply.
Well, you're so confident you're going to get kicked out. What happens if you don't gonna?
I think I'm going to get kicked out, which means if I empty my general supply of cubes, that's inefficient. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend my 3 actions and I'm just going to go 1, 2 to complete the route between Emden and Osnabrück, and then my 3rd action is to actually establish a trading post in Osnabrück.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, done.
Okay, me?
Mm-hmm.
I will kick you out of Lüneburg.
You're right.
Yeah, see, I thought you might. So
Yeah.
you spend 1 to kick me out. I get that 1 plus that 1. And they're going to go... They're going to go on the road to Hanover. Okay, that was your first action.
Okay. And then I will establish a trading post in Perleberg.
Yep. So those 3 come off.
Everybody's
You
got
get that.
trading post.
And you get the bonus marker.
Nice.
Get the bonus
And we
marker.
put this, and we put it on your silver plate. And then at the end of your turn, which is now,
Which is now.
we get to reveal this, and it is the one that allows you to swap 2 things round within a city. And you now choose where that goes. So it has to go on an empty route.
Any empty route, tavern or otherwise.
Any empty route, anywhere, yeah.
Where are the routes beside the one that you just took?
All right, I'll put it on... I'll go between... I'm not sure the strategy on this one. I'll go between Bremen and Hamburg.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're right.
Okay. So this marker can be used on any future action of yours. But not now, because you got it in your last action of that turn.
Yep.
Right. Stella with all of the cubes.
Oh, yeah. What am I gonna do? Like all the good stuff has been taken away.
I think what you want to do is you
much.
want to kick me out of here. That's what you want to do.
I have 2 actions, so nice try. I will try to go put 1 cube between Osnabrück and Bremen. Two of them actually.
2 of them. Yeah.
Two of them. That's it.
Okay.
Back to you.
First action, take 3 cubes. Second action, put a cube there.
Of course.
Third action, put a cube there. Done.
You guys blocking the extra action.
All right.
Well,
my first
technically
action will
we're
be
all
to take-
blocking it.
I know. I know. Yeah, for my eyes, like you guys blocking it.
First
But
actions
yes.
take 5 cubes.
Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? 5. There you go.
And second action is to put 1 cube between Osnabrück and Bremen.
Okay.
You can't,
go?
I'm afraid.
Oh.
It's full.
Can't I? Oops, we forgot.
Yeah, I sneaked in there.
We missed a turn. I will put it between... This is the challenge of working off 2 boards, sorry.
Yes. Your face is not
It's,
appearing.
I'll go between Stadt and Hamburg.
Stadt and Hamburg. Okay.
Yeah. And okay, I'll kick you out your disc, Paul, at the top
Up
there.
here.
Hamburg.
So that costs you 2.
Yep. Yep.
And I get that disc
And I put a cube.
and 2 more,
Yep. Yes.
which I am going to put from Hamburg to Bremen.
I had to do it. And the second one is I remove the what do you call it? That thing.
Yep.
Upgrade my bag. Yeah.
Okay, so those all come off and go back into the general supply, and you get another cube from your bag. So there we go.
Yes.
Right. My go. I have 3 actions and I have loads of stuff on the board. This is where the moving things around might be useful. Yeah, because I'm desperately running short on cubes and stuff.
Because you keep blocking people.
Maybe. Maybe. Okay, now the first action is I am going to establish a trading post
What's the mouse?
in Hanover. That's my first action. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to. So yeah, my second action is to move. I only get to move 2 things around, but I'm going to move this one. And I'm going to move, so I've moved the one from Groningen to Emden, and I'm also moving the one from Osnabrück to Bremen in the hope that Tarrant goes on there. And I'm moving those 2.
Hey!
In fact, no, I'm not going to move them. Put them back. No, I think I've actually got this okay. My second action, this is my second action, isn't it?
I've lost track. I think, yeah, your first one was the Hanover trading post.
Yeah, my first one was to establish the trading post in Hanover. My second one is going to put a cube between Bremen and Hamburg. And then my third action is to establish a trading post in Hamburg. That gets these back, and I get this disc. Okay, so I think that's right. Don't think we missed anything. Okay, I'm now going to place this on the board. And I'm going to place it, so it's got to go on an empty route. And I'm going to place it between Hanover and Lüneburg. Right, this bonus marker is 4 extra actions.
Did you forget to put Tarrant's bonus marker? Where is it? Is it meant to be in this book?
It was.
Yeah, that's the one.
It was between Bremen and Hamburg,
right,
but
okay,
I've
you.
just taken it.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
So yeah, there is a new bonus marker between Hanover and Lüneburg, and it is the one that gives 4 extra actions. And that is it for my go.
Okay, that's came off. All right, I have 2 actions. I will. I think the time is now to do it because I just want the extra actions. So I'm going to use my bonus marker to move the 2 of you off the Göttingen to Quedlinburg route and put you somewhere useless. So the disc, Stella's disc, can go between Duisburg and Arnhem.
Yep.
And Paul's cube can go between what's a useless place to put it? Go between Dortmund and Paderborn.
Yep.
And I can move one.
You can move one more, yeah.
That was 3 movements. So I'll move one of your cubes off Groningen to Emden.
Yep. Yep. Paul's.
And put it between Lüneburg and Perleberg.
Just where I wanted it. Perfect, thank you.
Right, and then
Sure.
And then I'll do a move action to move my other 2 pieces on the board onto the Göttingen Quedlinburg route. So that's the disc and the cube. And then I will get my extra action.
Okay, so you then, as your second action, you remove them to gain that cube, which means you now get a third action. And because you...
And you get
I get a point because you did something there and I own that city. We have our first point scored in the game.
Very good.
Huzzah.
Very good.
All right, and I do now have a third
You do,
action.
yeah.
Yeah, so you
So
can do it straight away.
I'm going to go back between Groningen and Emden
With the cube, of course.
Yeah.
with a cube.
Okay, right.
Right. I'll put my two. Somebody's going to jump on it, but that's okay. I'm sure. I'm going to put 2 cubes between Göttingen and Quedlinburg.
Yeah.
That's
Thought
it.
you might. Okay, so my first...
Oh, hang on. Wait
Oh,
a minute.
go on.
So, instead of doing that, instead of placing cubes, I gotta move cubes from the top to the bottom, right? I can move my cube from Osnabrück, between Osnabrück and Bremen, 2 of them for
You can
one
move
action.
3.
You could move 3 in one action.
3 things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll do that. So I'll move from the one that Taran just moved away, the disc, the
Yeah.
sorry,
Nice.
do a Dasenberg,
Duisburg.
and those 2 at the
Yeah.
top. Put all between Rottingen and Quedlinburg for one action, and then the second action is to remove them and then get the extra action.
Another point.
Thank you. And then I will put do one more action. That's pretty good. I feel pretty happy about that. I put 1 more cube on. What I'm gonna do is looking at what I've got. I forgot about the extra action, so I haven't actually thought about what I really want to do. I'm gonna put 1 in between State and Hamburg. How's that?
Mm-hmm. Good move.
Which is good for pool. Yeah.
Right, so I've got 3 actions. First action is to take 2 cubes and a disc. My second action is to put a disc on the road between Göttingen and Quedlinburg. And my third action is to put a cube between Groningen and Emden. Yeah. Okay, done.
Tarrant.
Okay, I will put a cube between Stade and Hamburg, 1 between Hamburg and Lübeck, and actually, sorry. My first action will be to get 4 cubes and a disc,
Yeah.
and then I will. I'll put the disc, so then a cube between Stade and Hamburg, and a disc between Hamburg and Lübeck.
Nice. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
All right. My first action is to take 5 things, which is 2 discs and 3
2
cubes.
disc and 3 cubes strong.
That's 1. So action 1 of 3. The second action is to put. What am I gonna do here? How am I gonna be able to stuff somebody else? No, of course not. And maybe I should do it there. Okay, action 2 and 3 is to put a disc and this and cube between Göttingen and Quedlinburg.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, this is good for you as well because now you get points and points.
Okay, I think my first action is going to be to move.
That one, yeah.
Oh, but that doesn't
By
work.
any chance?
Right, so here's something that we haven't actually discussed yet. I am not
Right.
allowed to establish a trading post between these 2 cities. Right now, I'm
Because you
not
can't
allowed to.
Because you can't.
Exactly
place.
right. You can't just do
You
it
don't have.
privileged.
Yeah.
if you're not able to use it. So
You can always do one on the yellow cities, right? Because you can always do
exactly,
the-
yeah. Well, until
Yeah,
you
until you
fully
make that
unlocked
trick.
it, yeah. Wows. Yes. Okay. So,
You need to kick me and Taryn out up there.
Well, yeah, I'm cube short at the moment. I've not been upgrading my player board as much as I potentially could have done. So, yeah, and I'm even looking over here, and I can't establish a trading post here either. So it's a tricky one.
I can see what's going on there.
This is a real
So
tricky
when
one.
is UKGA? Is it in a couple of weeks or next week?
It's yeah, it's in 7 days' time from now. From the time of recording this video, it's 7 days from now. So, right, here's what we're going to do. This is not efficient, but first action is I'm going to take 2 cubes. Second action, I am going to kick out Tarrant between Groningen and Emden. So you get that one plus that one.
I've got 1 cube to make the benefit of that.
And they have to go there between Emden and Osnabrück. And then my third action is I am going to then build this route, and I'm going to take a disc off my book. So I have upgraded my book ability. Okay, that's me done. Yeah, I think that was the best move.
Then I shall move my 2 cubes from the Emden route back to the Groningen route.
So first action is that.
Yep. Second one is to fill up that route with a cube.
Yep.
And then third action is to complete it. And
improve your book.
I'm actually going to do the. I'm going to do the trading.
You're going to take control of Groningen, which
Yep.
is an immediate 1 point bonus because of the 1 that's printed on there.
So did Taran get the cube back? Where is his? Is it supply, general supply, or his?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So technically what should have happened is if you establish a trading post, one of those cubes becomes the trading post and the others go in. Oh, sorry, yes, you're right. They should have gone there.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, well spotted.
That's all good.
Okay, that's me.
Okay.
So Taran has got 2. So if I kick him out, he still have something that he can use there. And Paul has got kind of like plenty. But I might just want to do that just because it gives me the benefit. So I'm going to kick your disc out between Göttingen and Gutenberg with 3 cubes.
So you spend 2 cubes to kick me out. I get that.
Correct.
Plus 2 others, which I'm going to put here.
Nice.
Okay. So it's your first action.
And then I will, the second action is completing that, getting that extra action.
You want the extra action? Because you could establish a trading post in Quedlinburg instead. I'm not saying you should, I'm just letting you know you could because you have a disc and you have unlocked the orange ability.
I know.
Okay,
I know.
that's fine.
Just I don't know. At this stage, I don't know which one is better. Whether to keep engine build or stop and then starting to get. I know that I have not established anything yet in there, and that gives me 1 point, isn't it?
Well, I get a point for you doing that.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean the extra action wouldn't actually be an extra action. It would be an extra cube. But
actually,
this space is still 3 actions.
yes. Let me just put this in the Quedlinburg.
Okay,
then.
there you go. So you now control Quedlinburg.
Yeah. Do I have 3 or 2? 2, isn't it?
Yep.
Cubes. Okay. All
2 cubes and a disc.
Is that 3 actions? Was that 3 actions, Tara? Do you remember? So 1 to kick Paul out.
1 to kick out, 1 to build.
Oh, so I have 1 more.
Yep.
Right. And that 1 more, I will go to this between sorry, excuse me, a disc between Göttingen and Quedlinburg, please.
There you go.
Thank you.
Do you get a point for building a trading route where you have a
Yes.
thing?
Yep.
Pretty sure Paul said
Yep.
yes.
Okay.
So right now, whenever this route gets completed, both me and Stella are going to score 1 point.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if I had both of them, I would get 2 points. Right. Okay, so let's look at the situation that's going on here. Okay, so I need to be there, and I need to be there, and I also need to be there.
You need to be on multiple spaces.
Want to
Sometimes
be
how does that work?
everywhere. Okay, so my first action is I am going to put a cube between Quedlinburg and Holly. So that was my first action. My second action is to complete this, which scores Stella 1 point.
Yep.
And I'm going to unlock my key ability. So my network is now worth 2 points per city in that. So that was my second action. And my third action is I am going to put a disc up between Stade and Hamburg.
Where is that?
All the way up here.
This one? Okay, yeah.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay. I see an easy route to Lubeck, so I'm just going to put 2 cubes and then
2 cubes and complete it.
that.
So I get a point because I'm in
complete
Hamburg.
that route. Yep. And I'm going to unlock another bag.
Another bag ability. Nice.
Well, I'll go to use my 2 cubes to go to between Göttingen and Quedlinburg.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2, and then my third action is to build to unlock the extra action ability, which only gives me.
Yeah, but we both get a point.
Yes. I'll just leave the point to pull the track.
Okay. Right, so my first action is to take stuff. I get 2 cubes and a disc. My second action is to put a disc between Hamburg and Lübeck. And my third action is to put a cube between Hamburg and Lübeck.
Do I miss anything, Karen? Putting it on the board?
I need a bigger bag.
Okay. In that case, I will put a cube between Lübeck and Hamburg.
Mhm.
Of course you would.
Then I will put 2 cubes between Groningen and Emden.
Yep.
Me, I will take 5, so 4 cubes in one
4
disc.
cubes and a disc, yep.
Yep. That's 1. And the second and third, I will put disc on disc and cube between Göttingen and Quedlinburg.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Okay. So yeah, I think my first action is definitely to kick Tarrant out from Lübeck. So that puts a cube there and costs me a cube. So you get that one plus this one. And they can either go between Hamburg and Bremen or Hamburg and Lüneburg.
Okay, I shall go between Hamburg and Hamburg and Lüneburg.
Both of them?
Go to Lüneburg. Yes.
Okay, that's my first action. My second action is to spend them. I get a point because I control Hamburg, and I'm going to increase my bag ability. And then my third action will be to put 1 back there. Done.
Tarrant.
Okay. I shall.
Oh, what did I miss? I think it was that one.
Yep.
So
What's the other one?
I've got a cube back between
Sorry, I
Hamburg and
That was
Lübeck now.
completed that.
Yep.
I think it's a
That's
point
it.
that you missed.
Okay. That's alright.
All right, I'll put 1
Karen's not
to
helping anymore.
I'll do 1 to complete the Groningen route.
Yeah.
I will score that one.
So you get a point
And
for having
take-
control of Groningen.
Yep, and I'll take a disc.
Take a
for
disc
that.
from your book. Yep.
And then I shall put that disc on the. I'll put that disc on Lübeck to Hamburg.
I thought you might have put it down there. Okay.
Okay. So I'll put a cube between Göttingen and Quedlinburg.
Mm-hmm.
I think you gave me my cubes back to the wrong place again.
Did I? Oh, it's because that's there. So, thank you.
Yeah,
So
3 cubes. Yeah.
I do that all the time as well over here. And then the second action is to unlock my board for the next action.
Okay, so we both get a point.
Yep. Thank you.
You now have 4 actions. That was your second action. And you
Yeah.
have 2 actions left
And
now.
then, yeah. And And then I will put... so I have 2 actions left, did you say?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do I want to just like keep going there, or do I want to just like kind of like going somewhere else? I feel like I should probably go somewhere else. I'm going to put 2 between Quedlinburg and Hell. Cube. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, right. So I have 3 actions. My first action is to take 5 things, which is 4 cubes and a disc. That's my first. I have 2 actions left. I am going to put a cube between Quedlinburg and Halle, and another cube between Hamburg and Lübeck. Okay, done. Oh, this is tense.
I know. Oh, did you put it there, Tara? No.
No, I did not. All right, I am going to take 7 things, which is all my things.
It is all of the things.
So it's safe to kick out Tarrant now. Is that what it means?
Yeah. Well, no, yeah. I mean, he can take him from here. He's just not getting that much of a benefit.
But then he can just
Yeah.
place his thingy. Yeah.
Okay, and then I'll put 1 on Lüneburg to Hamburg. Square.
Yep.
Yeah. And I'll put a... It's no good down there, is it? Where else can I go? Yeah, I'll put a disc on Halle to Quedlinburg.
That's your turn?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So my goal is I will do the move action, so I can move 3 things. So I move all my cubes on the board, take all of them 3, and put all between Göttingen and Quedlinburg.
Mm-hmm. So
That's one action.
first action.
Yeah. Second action is for me to build a city on the Göttingen.
So you do this, we both get a point.
Yep.
But then that goes there.
Yep.
Okay. You've got 2 actions
Right.
left.
I'll take 1 disc and 4 cube from my supply.
Yeah.
And I will place this. Where am I gonna do it? I'm gonna place this at the top between Groningen and
Yeah. Disc or a cube.
let's put this there.
Yeah. You can know what you're doing with that.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay. So. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very interesting. I thought you were going to do something different down there, so that's... Yeah. Okay, so...
What? At hell? At hell?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. To be honest, I don't know yet.
No,
I don't know
no.
what's going on yet.
Like,
Maybe.
oh, there's so many things I want to do.
I know.
But I've got to do this first. Now that you've moved out of there, I think I have to do this. So
It's good for Tarrant.
I am going to spend my first action to put a cube there. I am going to spend my second action oh, wow. Yeah, second action is I'm going to kick Tarrant out of here with a disc. So, Tarrant, you get that cube plus 1 from your personal supply, but that cost me a cube. Yeah. Now these one can go on this space here between Hamburg and Lüneburg if you want it to.
No, because I wouldn't be able to fulfill.
But the other one...
At the moment, I shall put them both between Bremen and Hamburg.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So that was my second action. I think. Was that my second?
I
Yeah.
think so.
I can't remember what I did for my first, but that was my second. And my third is to do something with this route. So I get a point because of that. Now, privilege or claiming Stad? Oh. It's not an obvious choice at this stage in the game. I am going to claim there. So that's a point. Okay, that's me done. No, it's not me done. No, I am going to flip over. I'm going to flip over my bonus marker to switch around the position of the markers in Göttingen. So it's
Is it here? Did you move it?
back under my control.
Or did you not?
I have
Alright.
I have dismantled my trading post and rebuilt it nearer the gate
Hi.
with a big sign saying "Come shop at Paul's house."
Which one is it? Sorry, what was the
That
tile
was the
again?
one he already had.
Yeah.
Which is this one? Or not?
The-
No, it was
Okay.
this one.
Okay.
It's the same one, but yeah. Okay, with my 3 actions. I feel like this is moving quickly, so what I would
It's really
do-
interesting because we haven't really gone for the bonus markers much in this game. And I keep looking at them, but because none of us are going for the bonus markers, it means we're all doing other stuff.
Yeah.
So every time it gets to my turn, I look at the bonus markers and think, oh, but I've got to do that instead. And I think we're all kind of in this cycle where we're not looking at the bonus markers, whereas the bonus markers are normally really powerful. So
Yeah, actually looking at that +4.
I know.
Thanks for reminding me that. I want that +4 actions one.
Damn it! I
Alright.
wanted to go the next.
I'll spend my first action to move my Halle to Quedlinburg disc
yeah,
and my 2 Hamburg to Bremen cubes onto the Lüneburg to
yeah,
Hanover
there
route.
you go. So that's the first action.
The second one will be to fill in the Lüneburg.
So I get a point because of my Hanover trading
Space.
post. Those come off.
Yep.
That is another city
Bonus
completed,
actions.
and you get this bonus marker.
Yep.
Now that was your second action, wasn't it? So you can now use that if you wanted to right now at the start of your third action.
What you gonna do, Tarrant?
Oh, and you get a new one, which we'll place at the end of your turn.
Yep. I wonder if now is tactically the right time to use it.
No idea. Just decide.
Yeah, you've still got one
Sorry,
action
I'm
left, potentially another 5 actions.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it
Okay.
now.
Whoa.
So you got
I'll spend
Rebel.
it now. So 5 more actions.
5 more
The
actions.
third one, I'll move all 3 of those Hamburg to Lüneburg cubes onto the Stad to Hamburg route.
Oh, nice. That's your first of 5 actions, yeah.
Yep. So then bonus action 1 is to fulfill that to increase my
Which
privilege.
gets me 2 points. This is going to be a quick game, I think.
I know. Look at that.
Okay,
So I've got 3
3 actions
more.
left.
How much do I have on the board? 1. Alright, and then I'll put 1 on Halle to Quedlinburg, a cube.
So spend an action to put 1 there.
just realised what
No,
happened.
actually, I'm going to put 3 cubes over on Curlin to Varberg.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, nice. Now remember, if you do want to claim this bonus, it has to be a disc. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, right, Stella. Oh no, we get to place this bonus marker.
All right.
So it is, right, now this
Right.
bonus marker, when you use it, allows you to basically remove either a cube or a disc from your player board. So where's this going to go?
This can go between Goslar and... Oh, that's... between...
Your face disappeared again. Oh, it appeared in mine. Hey!
Can it be a route that has another bonus marker?
No, I don't
think
believe
so.
so.
It'll be
It's
too
got to be
powerful.
completely empty.
Okay.
Oh, that's not empty. All right, we'll go between Arnhem and Münster.
Okay, right. Stella,
Okay.
you go.
My go. So those two routes on top between top left,
Groningen and Emden, yep.
Yeah, put 3 of them for 2 actions. The third action to remove that and put my disc on the right.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, no. If you would take a disc,
So green gets a point.
do you want to take a disc? Sorry, do you want to take a disc or do you want to put a thing? Okay, I want to take a disc out. Sorry.
Okay, you've increased your book
It's probably
value.
not a good
Yep.
idea. Yeah.
So it's 1, 2, 3. Got one action left.
Yep. 2. 1, 2, 3. Yep. One more. This is like, how do I actually kick somebody out of a city? Is that possible? Even possible?
The only ways of seizing control of a city is by putting more things in there, or by using the
Yep.
thing that swaps them around, or by using the bonus marker that allows
So
you
this
to
one?
place a cube to the left of the current trading posts.
Okay. So that's the only one that is. Where is it? It's there, which has got Paul stuff in it.
This guy, yeah, he's been asleep there for a few
Yeah.
years now, so he just decided to have a lie down by the road, and nobody's woken him up. So he's got a little caravan. He's all right.
Yeah. Yep. I'm gonna get 4 cubes and 1 disc.
4 cubes and a disc.
Yep, please.
There you go. Right, my go. 3 actions. Well, first action is I'm going to take 5 things, which is all of these. Second action is going to be to spend 2 of those cubes to kick Taran out of Hamburg to Lübeck, which means you get that disc and 2 things. Where would you like to
2
place
others.
these?
Let's go on... Oh. Crafty. If I put them on Stad to Hamburg, then... No, I'll do that. I'll put them on Stad to Hamburg.
Mhm. So that was my second action. And my third action, complete this route, which gets me a point for Hamburg. And I am going to establish a trading post in Lübeck, which is an extra point. So it puts me on 15. Right, that's my go done.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
You're doing it?
Sorry?
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I shall... 1, 2, 3. Yeah. That leaves me 1 shot.
I'm not
Right,
going to have
right.
enough time to do what I need to do.
That is inefficient. All right, no, that's not inefficient. That's good. All right, my first one is going to be to move all 3 of the ones that are on Stad to Hamburg.
Oh, right. Okay.
The disc goes down to the Curlin to Warburg track,
Yeah.
and the 2 cubes are going to go on the Hamburg-Lübeck track.
Mm-hmm.
And then my second one will be to score the Curlin track and
Mhm.
put my disc on the 8-point guy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, nice.
And then my third one will be to fill up the Lübeck-Hamburg track with another
Yeah.
cube.
The cube. Nicely done. Okay. Right, Stella.
I will put my 3 cubes between Osnabrück and Bremen, kicking you out, Paul.
So
Costs me 1.
2, and then 3.
Yeah, 3 actions.
So I get that cube plus this cube, and they're going to go. They're going to go here. That's a pain.
And then my third action is to establish a route on the Osnabrück and taking that thing.
Which you can. So I get a point,
Taking the disc.
but now you've got control of Osnabrück, and you've got this bonus action marker.
At what point can I use it? Can I use it now or later?
Have you finished with all of your actions for this turn?
Oh, no, sorry.
Is the
I
question.
have one more. Yes.
Did you place? You placed 3 and.
Oh,
then-
sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. Yes, I finished.
Yeah.
So I can use this. Is this? I forgot. Does it cost
no,
an
you
action?
can only use that when you're placing a city
Yeah,
on a different action.
Okay, all right.
yeah.
So
You
that's
can't use
my
it on the
I guess.
action that you've just claimed to get it. So
Got it.
So then we put a new one out.
we do. And where would you like to put this? This is exactly the same type of token.
Can you please grab? Is it this one? All right. Let me put it. Like, put it up there between. I don't know. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put it between Hanover and Lundberg. I don't know. I don't have any particular reason, to be honest.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. Well, I'm sad you took that token because I needed that exact token, but thankfully you've just pulled another one, which is the same.
Dun, dun, dun.
So that actually works for me. So my first action is going to be to move. I get to move 3 things, which is going to be 1, 2, 3 to here.
Oh no, what have I done?
Oh no, I can't. I can't do that
Why not?
because
That's
I can't
privileged.
actually claim that route. Let's put them back. Oh,
Right. That's right.
right. Oh, rats.
Very polite.
Rats indeed.
Mice? Mice? Mouse? Mouse?
Well, gosh.
Did I just accidentally
No, I'm thinking of
the great Paul
something.
Grogan?
I had a
The great
plan.
Paul Grogan.
But I think the game's going to be
Had
over
a
in a couple of
plan.
turns anyway. So my first action is I'm just going to put a cube on there. My second action is I am going to claim that.
Very good.
And my third action will be to put a disc. Where am I going to put the disc? Yeah, wow. I will put the disc down here between Quedlinburg and Halle. Okay, done. Tarrant, 3 actions.
3 actions. So I shall start by completing the Hamburg to Lübeck
Thought
route.
you might. That gets me 2 points, putting me on 18.
Now that empties my bag track. Do I get 4 now? Or 4
No,
at the
4 is at the end of the game.
Okay. So that's 1, and then I've got 2 more actions. Let's put. Where can it go? To up between Reddingen and Emden.
Paul, you gonna put something there?
Maybe.
The last one? Uh-huh. Alright. I am going to put 3 cubes for 3 action between State and Hamburg at the top there.
1, 2, 3. Yep.
And then I will going to take it to actually remove my privilege.
Does that end the game? Is that the last turn?
Yep.
Oh, why?
Because I will get 2 points.
Gosh. Either way.
Just
Oh my
act surprised again and you can edit that.
Yeah. Oh my god!
You happy doing that?
Oh my god.
Because it does say, end of the game, when anyone has scored 20 or more prestige points on the prestige point track, and it doesn't have to be that player's turn. And it ends immediately. Any remaining actions are lost.
Immediately?
Yeah, literally immediately.
No, I'm not going to do that then, sorry.
Okay.
Give me one more chance to do something.
Are you still putting the cubes up there or not?
No.
No,
I'm going to put
okay.
2 cubes for 2 actions between Goslar and Metalberg.
Where's that?
You won't be able to finish that without a disc.
Yeah.
So, between Kozler and Quedlinburg, yeah, 1, 2.
Sorry, no, Medenberg and Goslar, sorry.
Okay,
Metal.
1, 2, yeah.
No, the other side,
the other
between
side.
Magdeburg.
Oh, sorry,
So,
Magdeburg, over there, yeah.
For 2 actions.
Oh, it's a short
And
route, yeah.
Yeah, and the third action is to place a cube using my only
Bonus token.
bonus token
Oh, in Goslar.
on the left. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay, so your third action is to establish a trading post using your special bonus token.
Yep. Does that
Okay.
make sense though?
Well, you
Like-
I'm
don't.
not sure it does.
You don't have control
Yeah, I'm
of it,
not
but what
sure.
it does is it increases your network. Your network is now 3,
Yeah.
whereas before it was only
Yeah,
2.
yeah.
It's an extra point.
Yeah. That's why. Okay.
And it's an extra point to me as well.
Is it?
Because
It
I
is.
had the Goslar.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, Karen was there. I'm like, no.
So it's my go,
and-
is it?
Oh, sorry. I have one more.
You got 1 action
then.
left. Yeah.
1 action left, which I'm gonna put a disc in Hell, between Hell and Gutenberg.
Yeah. Okay, so I could potentially end the game now.
Yeah.
Based on the current point situation and what I'm seeing from the board, I'm just concerned because Tarrant's got 12 points banked up in end of game scoring.
Yeah.
But
I definitely do not have.
I think I'm
anything.
okay because of the control of the cities that I've got. Yeah, I think I'm okay. So,
I think you're okay.
I think I
I
am.
don't know yet.
So my first action, yeah, I mean, is there anything I can do to seize control of a city? I don't think there is. Can I increase the size of my network? No, because of that, not because of that, and not because of that. So, yeah, I think my first action is just going to be to move. And I will just move that one, and that one, and that one. And I think I'm just going to move it to here, between Arnhem and Munster. So that was my first action. My second action is to claim this. I'm putting that there, which gets me this, which I can now use.
Because that wasn't worth points. Yep.
Because it's
This is so
not.
brutal. I feel like I'm hardly have any points here.
I don't think I am going to use that actually. I think I'm just going to take a third action. And that third action is going to be. Oh man. To take 5 things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, done. Tarrant, your go.
Yeah.
I shall. I don't have very much out on the board, do I?
You got 2 cubes between Groningen and Emden. That's it. Yeah.
Alright, well, I shall complete that route. So 1,
First action.
Then,
Second action, getting you a point.
second action, get me a point, and I'll take a disc.
Yeah.
And then third action. Sorry, just counting a couple of things out.
Get out of my circle. Back to your circle. Just push Terrance's forehead behind.
Has he got his calculator out? Is that what he's doing?
No, it's all in his brain.
Short on action. So third action will be to go down there.
Okay.
Goslar.
Go slime.
Between Goslar and Magdeburg.
With a disc or a cube?
With a disc.
With a disc.
Okay.
Okay. Right, Stella, 4 actions.
All right, I put the rest of my 2 cubes and 1 disc in between Quedlinburg and Hell.
Yeah.
For 3 actions, and 1 action is to unlock 1 key.
Yeah, so that gets you a point. And what would you like to do? Would you like to unlock a key?
Yep, unlock a key, please.
Okay, so there you go there, and you unlock a key which goes there. Right, okay, so 3 actions. The game didn't end yet. So I think this might work. It might not. Yeah, okay, so 1, 2, 3. Done. I just put 2 discs in 2 cubes in a disc between Groningen and Emden. And yeah, that's me done.
Me. Okay. I will spend 1 action to get all my cubes.
So yeah, because you've unlocked your bag completely, you get all of them.
Yep.
I think that's enough.
Yep. And then I shall, where am I? Okay, 2 and 3. I'll put them down between Kurland and Vorburg.
Down here. Yep.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
My go.
Mm-hmm.
First action, I take 2 discs and 3 cubes.
2 discs and 3 cubes. Yep.
Second action is to... Sorry, 1, 2, 3. The next 3 action is to put 1 disc and 2 cubes between Hildesheim and Goslar.
Yep.
Is that 4? I think that's 4.
That's 4 actions. Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
Okay.
Okay.
So my first action is to finish this route between Groningen and Emden, which gets green a point.
Yep.
And unlocks my book. I then use my special bonus marker to unlock the other disc from the book. And bear with us a minute. Oh. And then 2 actions left. Whew. I'm just going to put yeah.
Sorry?
I think
swap
switching it out might not have been a good thing. I'm going to put my remaining 2 discs down between Cologne and Warburg. There you go. Right, Tarrant.
Okay. I shall spend my first action to move all 3 of my pieces on the board up to the Groningen and Emden route.
Yep.
Then my second one to complete that for 1 point and to get my last book open.
Yep.
Wow, a lot of points.
And then my third one to put a disc between Curlin and Varberg.
Yeah.
Let's neutralise that.
So Paul can do it on the left-hand side. That's the only way. Okay. So first one is to complete my that route there between Hildesheim and
green a
Goslar.
point.
That's one action.
So you establish a trading post there, and you get this bonus marker.
Yep. And I'm gonna do the bonus marker straight away to swap my city and Terran city. That's free action, right? It doesn't cost me any.
Correct.
But
yep.
Did I get a point for
Terran.
when it was completed?
I gave you the point. Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. I have 3 more, and I have, how many cubes do I have? Okay. I will do...
Okay, so apologies for this. I just wanted to check that. It is something that I hadn't realised, but it does say in the additional trading post, you may not apply the exchange trading post bonus marker to any of these trading posts. So it looks like the additional trading post, the one that is created outside of the city, cannot then be swapped.
What does that mean, sorry?
So you built that one over to the left. It means that can't be swapped.
Oh.
Yeah, apologies for that. I hadn't thought about it until now. Yeah.
You can still win there.
Yeah, I know. All right. I forgot. Can I use this straight away when I obtain it, or is it the next?
You can't use it on the one you place.
Okay, in that case, Paul, I'll do it between the Göttingen left and right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think that's the only...
Yeah, it gets you 2 points and takes 2 points off me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's okay. And I will... So how many points is that? That's just one, isn't it? One action to do that.
I think it's just one action. Yeah. You got 3 actions left.
Yeah.
And is it one you grab one of the bonus tiles as well?
Oh, yes.
I have. Oh, yeah, that's right. What is it?
We'll find out.
And then,
In fact, are we missing a bonus tile? We are.
Are we?
Yes. We're missing a bonus tile. So at some point in the game, and I will put this in the edit, but there should always be 3 bonus markers on the board at the start of a round. So I think probably I forgot to place one. Yeah, I think I forgot to place one.
As well.
So shall I just put one? I don't know. Where should we put it?
Whatever. Just whatever.
Should we put it down here where nobody's really going?
Sure.
Or we'll put it on a 4 route. We'll put it on a 4 route. There we go.
Yeah, it's harder. So the next action, the second action, is put the disc between the barrel guys.
The barrel guys?
The
barrel guys.
Oh, down here, yeah.
Yeah. The third action is to take 1 disc and 4 cubes.
Yeah.
And the last action is to actually just put a disc on, where is it? Sorry, that's there.
I'm going to keep that in my hand to remind us.
Yeah. Put a cube between Haldensheim and Paderborn, please.
Where's that?
Yeah, there,
Yep.
down.
Hildesheim and Paderborn.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
The other thing that I forgot to do as well is that the 3 cities that have been completed.
Oh, yeah, I forgot, yeah.
Göttingen, Goslar, Stad. Is there 3 or 4?
Lüneburg as well.
Lüneburg as well, so there's actually 4. Yeah. Okay, where would you like to place this bonus marker, which is 4 extra actions?
Is that me?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll just put it on my route, please, the one that I just placed. Oh,
Has to be empty.
it has to be empty. Jeez. Let's put on the... Sorry. Just put there between Minden and Paderborn.
There.
Yeah.
Right. So I've been dragging things out, and I don't know whether that was a wise move or not.
Probably. It's probably a wise move.
I don't know. I'm thinking of now just sort of saying, let's maybe call it a day there.
So does that mean game ends immediately?
It would end immediately, yeah.
Brutal.
I mean, I do have 3 actions. I can't get this in 3 actions. Yeah. Okay. I think it might be time, and because I think you two are getting further ahead now. So,
I think that's the right call.
yeah. Well, so first action is I'm going to move. I can move 5 things, but I'm just going to move these 3 things up here. So first action, and then second action is I'm going to complete this route, which gets me 2 points, which triggers the end of the game, and I'm just going to put that in there. It doesn't really matter.
You can't.
Oh, I can't. Yeah, you're right. I haven't got orange yet, so I increased the privilege.
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you. Right, end of the game has been triggered. Okay, so time to add up the scores. We base our scores on what we've got at the moment, but then the next thing to add on is
Taryn has got
prestige points from developed ability. So Tarrant, you have 2 fully developed abilities, which is 8 points. Stella, you have no fully developed abilities. I managed to get 1, so that's 4 points. Right, next.
Yeah.
Bonus markers collected. We all have 2 bonus markers, which is 3 points each. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Next, special prestige points for Colleen, which is 8 for Tarrant, putting you on 27.
Nice.
Then we have
I'm way
cities.
behind.
So cities in which you are in control of. So Tarrant, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So 8 points. 1, 2, 3. Stella, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, which is 8 points. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6. Which is 12 points. So 1, 2, 12. And then prestige points for network. So Tarrant, your network is
1, I'm pretty sure.
1.
Oh no, I've got 2. I've got Perleberg and Luneberg.
Oh yeah, so 2 multiplied by 1 is 2 points. Stella, your biggest network is 1, 2, 3, 4. Multiplied by 2, so that's 8 points.
Still not enough to catch up.
And my network is, I have a 3 up here.
I think 3 is
think
the best.
that's it. Yeah, I was trying to get, I wanted that one to link all of these together. So it's 3 multiplied by 2 is 6 points. And that is it. That is the final scores.
I know what I did wrong now. Well done.
It was your
Good
first game, to be fair. Yeah, I mean, I got a fairly good start by taking the actions,
Very
and
good.
it was a tricky decision whether to put that one there or not. And I
Yes.
think it was good because then I cashed in on points every time you two got extra actions.
Yes. Yeah, that's actually really good. It's
but
a
after
really good
the-
game. It's nice, quick turn in between players.
Yeah.
Most of the time, quick decision. But then it's kind of like it looks light, but there's some strategy in it as well.
Oh yeah, when I had a refresher of the rules yesterday, I was like, this isn't actually that complicated, but the depth comes in the gameplay. And as we mentioned earlier on, the original game was out in 2009. Now, one thing that's happened, as you'll both know, games that have been coming out in the last few years are less bloated and are a lot more streamlined, and actions are usually very quick. So instead of a player taking 5 to 10 minutes for a turn, a lot of modern games now are like, oh, it's my turn, I do this, done, your go. And this game, although it's 11 years old right now, kind of has that. Your turns are actually, relatively quick. Even if you're taking 3 or 4 actions on a turn, those actions are usually very small. So yeah, the pace of the game is quite nice.
Yeah.
I like all the different options. Like we could it was interactive. I like that you had. What are you doing?
Oh, the camera's
I
there.
like that you could, I could see the game was going towards the end, so I went and grabbed those points down in the bottom
Yeah.
left. But you've got the all those bonus tokens if you wanted to target them, and they add a bit of flexibility to it. And
Yeah.
then the interplay at the start feels really slow when we're all fighting for that extra action, but there's lots of good things you can do around there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. There's so many different ways you can play it, and the thing is, in the game yesterday, we were getting 5 or 6 bonus tokens each, right? And the game ended because of the bonus tokens. In this game, we were nowhere near that. Also,
Yeah.
none of us made this link. The link is actually really hard to do, but it's 7 points if you manage to do it.
Yes.
And that's 7 points in game. So that can help to trigger
Speeds
the
it
end
up.
of the game as well. Yeah, there's a lot of different ways to play. And one thing I didn't mention at the start of the video is what's included in the big box version. So we are playing the original game board here, the side for 3 players. The other side of this board is for 4 and 5 players. But in the big box version of the game, there are 2 additional maps included in the game. There is a Britannia map, which again has 2 sides, one for 3 players, one for 4 and 5 players. There's another map included as well, which I think is the Eastern Hanseatic board. And there's also some little mini expansions as well. There's some mission cards and there's some King's Favour cards. So I did mention at the start,
Yeah.
the big box version contains all of the stuff.
Got the
but
Britannia.
there's extra maps. Have you got the Britannia map as well?
Yeah,
We do have
we got
some.
it second hand, I think.
We
Yeah.
got it second hand. It had a few things included in the main box. Like, not certain exactly what bits, but yeah, we have some cards that list cities on them. And
Yeah. Yeah, cool. That's that.
we do have another map.
So,
And this is
For a
just
game-
for you, Paul.
oh, thank you very much. For a game which is now 11 years old, I personally don't feel that this game is dated. There are some games from 10 or 15 years ago that I think now show their age. I don't think this one does, and personally I'm really happy that Pegasus has decided to, re-release this game, give it another new lease of life, because it still feels quite fresh, and the interaction for a Euro game is really good.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I would play it again, definitely.
Yeah,
Yep.
cool. Right,
Sure.
well, thank you to you two for joining me and giving up your Friday evening to play the game. I hope that was useful, because you wanted to learn it anyway, and now you have.
Oh yeah. This is good because it's like playing games. I mean,
Yeah,
on
yeah.
a Friday evening, which we
Would like
often
to do.
which
Yeah,
you would have done
exactly.
anyway. Now, the one downside of this game is that there is no 2-player variant. And in the original game, there was a 2-player variant, which is why your board says 2 to 3 here instead of just
Yeah.
3. However, the 2-player game got a lot of criticism for being not very good. So they have changed it in this version. They have officially said it's just 3 to 5, and they haven't published the 2-player rules. If you two want to try playing this 2-player, I have played it once, and I can understand the criticisms, but it still worked as a game. Basically, you have to control a 3rd extra player between you, and it's a bit more complicated. But it does work. It just wasn't that popular, so they've removed it from this edition. But it is there. There is a 2-player variant if you wanted to try it 2-player.
fair.
There you go.
And it's always good when there are some games that just don't scale down to 2 very well.
Mm-hmm.
And,
That's true. Some automata and things like that.
Yeah.
Makes it feel a little bit too less competitive, less tight.
it's good when the game recognises that. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, cool. Right, so thank you very much to you two for joining me. Thank you to everybody for watching. I hope you found this video useful. If you have any questions about the game, please put them in the comments and I'll be happy to answer them. And this game is coming out from Pegasus Spiel, I think in October of 2020. And thank you very much for watching. See you all.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Bye.
Right.
Gaming Rules is proudly sponsored by Game Toppers, upgrading your gaming experience. Visit GameToppersLLC.com.